Bonjour à tous, là, on est de retour sur Strands. On va essayer de s'avancer vers la fin. Je crois qu'on est à l'acte 4. Où est-ce qu'on a arrêté la dernière fois? Ça va falloir que j'aille le sérénite.
Sounds like your work with Isla was a smash success.
Not exactly. She seems less willing to talk to us than ever.
Yeah, I wouldn't be so sure of that. She sent me here with a secret message, after all.
She did? What about?
Isla wants you to go to the Archon's hearth. It needs to be at night, though. She'll sneak away from Cassidon's hold to guide you on the scry here. She wants you to collect Archon parts that may be hard to spot without her help.
I've been to the Archon's hearth already. But is there anything you think I should know?
You enjoy diving into restricted areas, don't you?
Hey, it's literally my job.
The Archon's hearth is where all Arcs were created. We lost control of it almost immediately after the Surgeborn appeared. Not that we had much use for it. But all the materials to build Arcs are still there. Hence, the Spindle wants you to go.
What parts does Isla want me to collect?
There'll be 3 what's-its, 4 who's-its, and maybe a thingy or 2?
For a guy delivering secret messages, you're not really a detailed note-taker, are you?
Yeah, I glazed over when she started listing the parts, and, well, we decided her sneaking out to guide you on your scry was the best course of action. Besides, even if we knew what the parts were called, there's a lot of junk down in the Archon's hearth. It wouldn't be easy to spot on your own.
The Eye, well, her father, was livid when I brought her the resonance. Couldn't Isla get in trouble for sneaking out?
I know. Oh, she's never been cooler. But yes, she could absolutely get in trouble for this. We should make it a quick trip.
Got it. I've been...
The Arp, not the butt.
I appreciate you being the middleman, Eric. Sounds like I'd better get to the Archon's hearth.
Enjoy the trip. I hear it's toasty when you get deeper in. It is basically a giant forge for Arcs, after all.
Bon, notre mission.
We need to talk about Sev.
Wait, you know why I'm here?
I'm a keen observer, and you have no Pangel face. Also, Solar has many strengths, but subtlety is not one of them. Sev, however, is somewhat more adept at hiding things. He's been moving back and forth between here and the hold quite regularly. Let me ask you something. Did you notice anything odd when you were at the hold?
There was a moment when Sev approached the Eye to speak alone.
Ah. That confirms my suspicion, then. Have you noticed that Sev and the Eye wear a similar symbol?
I had not.
The symbol looks to be a stylized... well, I'm not sure, but I think it's something akin to a water wheel. I don't recognize it myself, but given the Eye is wearing it, the Enclave might have some record of that particular symbol.
The archives in the Spire might have something. Though I'd rather just ask Sev.
Given his secrecy about this whole affair, I can't imagine he'll be forthcoming.
Good point. And yet... Either way, time for a little investigation. Hey, big guy. Everything okay?
Yes, mostly. I was wondering if you had a moment sometime. I might need your help.
Sev, we're all a team. Whatever you need, we'll handle it, okay? Just make sure you tell me everything.
Thank you, Bryn. I'll be at my usual place.
Faut pas me le demander ici.
You said you needed some help, Sev? What's up?
Have I ever told you how I envy your clarity, Bryn?
How so?
Maybe I'm just romanticizing it, but you seem like someone who's always known what you wanted to do. To be.
I was born in the tail years of a liberation war, Sev. It never made sense to me that I couldn't be anything I wanted. So I just decided.
I wish making decisions came so simply to me. Perhaps you can give me pointers when the time comes. Anyway, I've been working on a side project to help the Hearthsiders, and I'm having trouble sourcing some rarer components.
What are you working on?
I can't say much, but I can tell you it's a project authorized by the Eye himself.
That revelation would carry more weight if he weren't an ass.
I know he can be abrasive, but he's got a plan. Says he's been working on it for years.
Do the Axel or Spindle know about this plan?
I'm honestly not sure. I don't think they have details, no.
But you do.
He's sworn me to secrecy. But I promise you, Bryn, it's nothing against us.
You're sure?
I know I come off as a pushover. But I know when to hold my ground. And would never harm this group, Bryn, I swear on my tusks.
If the Hearthsiders are asking for your help, can't they provide what you need?
The survivors are strapped. Their supplies have been dwindling for years now. I'm sure before the surge they would have had rare materials in reserve. But those days are over. So I have to ask for your help.
If you think it's worth doing, it's worth doing. Just tell me what you need.
Bryn, honestly, thank you. Your trust means a lot. I've put together a schematic and I'll leave it with Solar. The majority of the asks are reasonably mundane. It's just...
Oh no.
Well, I need some particular secretions from a glass tail.
Why is it never onions? You know, small, green, distinct lack of talons. Never flash freeze you into an icy prison, though I suppose both can make you cry. I'm kidding, Sev.
C'est déjà ce qu'il faut? Non, c'est sûr que non. Sérène, glace tail, sécrétion. Bon, je t'en ai un peu des discussions. Je vais aller chasser un tipper. Bon, ben, il est là. Feu, joli feu. De sécrétion que je le batte. Je fais comme d'habitude. Au. Oui. Non, pas ça. Ah oui. Tu t'en vas. Non. Tu vas se tuer tout seul. Well. Ah, j'ai l'objet barré. autre objet que je cherche. Il y en a déjà eu, mais je me rappelle pas c'était où.
Sounds like you've got yourself entangled in a family drama.
Without realizing it, yes.
I feel for Isla. Growing up with a successful parent can be difficult, even in the best of circumstances. And I certainly had the best of circumstances with my mother. Still, it was a lot to live up to.
I'm trying to help her, however I can.
Careful. No one knows the extent of a family's affairs except those inside it. You might be stumbling into something bigger than you realize.
Des gars d'ici. On va déprimer.
Sev is repairing a loom gate again, is he? I know this design.
Wait, really?
Doesn't it look familiar? Just like that seal we used to repair the loom gate in Glintwood Hollow.
Huh. I guess so. Though that one didn't need me to take out a glass tail. I was a little green for that when we first arrived.
We all knew you had what it takes. Sev certainly believed in you, and still does. Just like I'm choosing to believe in him.
You know, I've been curious about something.
Oh, I know this one. A soft cloth and some ergon seed oil.
I'm sorry, what?
You... weren't asking about tusk care? Everyone eventually asks.
Spirits, no. But that's intriguing. I was wondering about that symbol you wear. With the wheel?
Oh, that's just a family heirloom of sorts. Thought it looked nice, is all.
Just thought it looked nice.
I'm so sorry, Bryn. Just remembered, I have to move some things for Aurea. Maybe another time.
Pas louche. Ah. Peut-être un
Hello,
objet.
hello. We're fixing loom gates, are we?
What? Wait. Who told you?
You just did. But it was an educated guess from what you designed. Is this what the eye has you working on?
You know I can't say. And honestly, I don't really know more than beyond the fact that there's a broken gate. I could do better work if I knew more, of course, but sometimes we have to fix things in the dark. Just the way of it.
My dad would tell you that's a great way to lose a hand.
You're just not seeing the whole picture. I'm sorry. I don't see it all either, but I've decided to trust that the head of the Enclave does.
I get it, big guy. Still, if he tells you more, just let us know if it's anything dangerous, okay?
I promise. You trusted me to tackle this task without enough details. I can do the same for the Eye. For now, at any rate. If things get dangerous, you'll be the first to know. Thanks again.
Eric, you don't think you could have mentioned that the spindle is the Eye's daughter?
That's her business to share.
Yes, but it would have been nice to know I was helping his daughter rebel against him.
Instead of helping his unrelated colleague undermine him.
Wow. Mean. But fair.
Your intervention definitely had an impact, though. A number of enchanters immediately started pushing for more. More expeditions, more studies of the Surgeborn, you name it. That's the kind of pressure the Eye was hoping to avoid. But I think him blowing up was a misstep. If I had to guess, that Axel started the rumors.
Do you think that's what Isla wanted?
No. She just wants to keep her head down and not have people focus on the I-father thing. And frankly, I get it. If Khan Staniled were my dad, I'd take it to the grave.
Okay, but if I'm walking into any more deadfalls, a heads up would be nice.
I promise. Unless it's someone's private business.
When we first met at the harness, you were very brusque. All of you, and so on. How come?
Snap decision. I was there to warn you, and suddenly my earpiece activated. Someone was watching me on the scry.
You think it was the Eye?
I do. He'd made some comments about previous off-the-books expeditions I'd done, such as the one where I slipped your band a warning about the flood. So, I kept up the front as best I could.
Do you need to sneak around him a lot?
To get things done, I often have to cut through all the rules and limitations. For example, your help is making things happen. The Eye's planning something, but no one's telling me what. I'm not sure the spindle or the axle even know. I'd guess we're all going to be handed orders and expected to deliver on a moment's notice. The Eye always claims he's protecting the people by sharing on a need-to-know basis. What do you make of it?
Everyone works better when we're aware of the challenges ahead. I couldn't do what I do if Dharm refused to tell me how my mantle works, for instance.
No limits then? Just share everything we know.
Sharing everything means there's no consideration given. It's just a stream of too much information. I think you can be considered in what you say. Still, erring on the side of giving people more information and trust lets them be their best.
Wins. Why aren't you the Eye? You do a better job with that attitude. You've given me a lot to think about. I should get back to looking over these reports, though.
Did you learn anything?
When I asked Sev about the wheel symbol, no, he was pretty evasive.
Being evasive is, in and of itself, rather telling. Means we're onto something of note.
How did you know I asked, anyway?
I watch people closely. A habit so deeply ingrained you could call it a groove at this point.
Bon, on va retourner où on était la dernière fois. Essayer de mettre du stock. Ok. Ouais, là, il y a ça. Yeah, the iron walk.
You know, our lawkeeper would love to meet with some of the populace. They could record some oral histories. There must be thousands of stories of surviving the surge.
I'm sure your band is curious about our Hearthsiders, but that's out of the question.
Can I ask why?
Eye's orders. Your Weaver band is to be kept isolated from the populace. He believes that your presence would be disruptive to everyday life. I don't agree entirely, but you must understand this is a precarious situation. Even the scouts are isolated. Word from outside Cassidans has caused panic in the past.
Shame. But I understand. Here's everything you asked for.
Just a moment, and I'll prepare the balm. Here you go. And I've written down the recipe for Lane, in case you run out.
Thank you so much.
Have your quartermaster rub a little of the balm on her forehead, temples, and wrists before she goes to sleep. She'll be out in no time.
I hope she's willing to try this.
All you can do is be there. The rest is up to her.
You're right. I'd better get back to camp.
I hope your friend feels better soon.
J'espère aussi. Toi, tu veux pas me parler tant que je t'ai pas aidé? Stir. To lower Iron Walk. Super, il fait froid. Bon. Tourne voir. Oups. Ah, peut être intéressant. Je l'ai pas touché. On se fait avoir froid. Oh! Ça peut être intéressant. Sort principalement les flammes sortent parce que j'ai mis mes ronds. Pourquoi t'es mort? feu partout. Bring the fire. What are you? Ow. Quoi en arrière? Moyen de rentrer? Du Iron Works aussi. Pas mal autour, mais. Ça va l'air de bien aller tantôt. Ah!
Solid and sturdy. Not made for traveling like Solar's. Xavier's diary. From a quick skim, it doesn't look like he was a particularly happy man.
Bon! Enfin. Ok, ça va être craft. Tourner en vite, tourner au campement, tourner au campement. Crafter quelque chose. Il y a un bastion, Lower, Drover Gate. J'ai le bout. avoir la paix. Je vais éliminer l'arc. Principalement parce que je sais pas ce qui. Je me rappelle plus ce qui me donnait les matériaux que j'ai besoin. Ah, il est rendu où? The hell? Ça change pas. Ah, on va faire quand tout le monde s'élimine. Bon, j'irai pas courir après s'il est pas là, dans le coin. T'es là? Bon ben, vu que t'es là. C'est pas très compliqué, toi. Saute! ça. Ah. C'était bizarre. Ah! Encore un petit stamina pour ça. C'est pas ce que j'avais de besoin, mais c'est... Oh! Pauvre cheville. Faut que j'aille à la gate.
Detailed logs of every caravan to move in and out of the city.
Before the surge, the Enclave was a trade hub. This is one part of why they were so successful. Lane and I should be able to parse them quickly and see if any scries were due to go out.
detailed list of all scries exported from the Enclave. Some marked pending.
Perfect for cross-referencing in our little hunt.
Je vais me rappeler c'est où qu'on trouvait ça. Les roches que j'ai besoin. Donc je brise des roches, il me semble. Des roches rouges. On fasse la place. Il me semble qu'il y en avait ici. Ah ah! Bon, je vais pas en trouver quelques-unes de plus, parce que là j'en ai... Six. Retournons au campement, voir si c'est assez. trouvé un peu. Je vais voir s'il y en avait d'autres ici. Caisse en donne des fois. Exactement. What?
We all wanted to come together to support you, Casmin, however we can. Do you think you're ready to talk about what's going on?
I guess I have been feeling not so great lately. It's hard. I don't know how to tell you what's going on in my mind. Or if I even should.
We're not here to judge. We're here to listen.
You can tell us anything.
It started a while after we came through the veil. Not right away. You all know me. I'm a rock in a crisis. But the aftermath... It's hard for me to come down. Actually, I crashed to pieces in it. I should be stronger, but...
You are strong, Kaz. Falling apart sometimes doesn't change that.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like it these days. After the Surgeborn escaped, I just started getting these... thoughts. Visions. So vivid, they feel like premonitions. Our campsite, being razed to the ground in the night. Scrambling to find our gear under attack. Each of us being killed, one by one. And this voice, howling in my ear that it will all be my fault. Unless I do everything in my power to prepare us for it. I know that sounds crazy. But these visions and that voice, it's been getting louder. It keeps me awake all hours of the night. By dawn, everyone else is asleep, even Dam. I'm alone and exhausted.
That must be lonely.
It is. Opening up to you about this is physically painful. Even while we're talking, that voice keeps going. In the spaces between my words, in every pause, it howls at me for being pathetic and incompetent. How come I'm the only one drowning inside this place? No matter what happens, all of you are able to keep doing your jobs. I mean, I'm the only freak going off the deep end. How stupid is that?
You're going through something awful, outside of your control. And until now, you've dealt with it alone. But your decision to be vulnerable and share your experiences with us, that's brave, not stupid.
I don't feel brave. I feel exhausted and sad. But I guess it's nice to hear.
What if we cleaned out the caravan for you while you go rest? Bryn will sit with you until you fall asleep.
I don't know. I don't think I can sleep right now.
I have something that will help. A sleeping balm from the spindle.
Would you be open to trying it?
Maybe, but I'm afraid of what will happen if I go to sleep.
I won't let anything happen. I promise. Do you trust me?
I do. But I've made such a mess of the caravan. I can't let you guys be the ones to clean it up.
We've got this, Casmin. It's okay.
All right. Thank you. This isn't working. I should go help with the caravan.
Shh. Reste couché.
They're fine. You need to sleep.
But what if Aurea throws away the grains Dan likes for breakfast? Or the sapling uses to rebind their books? Or...
She won't.
I can't just lie here. My skin is crawling. I feel like I might burst if I don't move.
How about we breathe together? Just try it with me.
Fine.
Tout le monde ensemble.
It's my pick for book club. I can't decide between a love story about a studious ram and an Auburn warrior that couldn't be more opposite.
T'es-tu good, là?
Hey, how you feeling?
I'm okay. I don't feel amazing. In fact, I feel pretty fragile, to be honest. But sleeping helped. Actually, everything you did helped. I don't want to pretend I'm feeling on top of the world right now, or like all my problems are solved. They're not. I know I've got a long road ahead of me, but finally saying out loud all the madness in my mind, and not being shunned or rejected for it. It's like all these awful visions lost some of their power over me.
Sounds like you should keep sharing with us then. So we can have every opportunity to accept you as you are.
Yeah. Why did you do all that for me?
Well, you mean a lot to me, Casmin.
I do?
Yes, of course.
You mean a lot to me too.
Oh.
I would do everything I just did and more for you 1,000 times over.
I'm not sure I'm deserving of all that.
You are, Casmin.
Would you mind reminding me of that sometimes?
Every day, if you'd like.
T'es cute.
Something on your mind, Kaz? You look lost in thought.
Oh, yeah. I guess it's just strange to think that Arakim, the Axle, and the Spindle were all born inside the Veil. For years after the Surge, it probably felt like the world was ending in here, and yet people were still bringing children into it.
Don't you think the same could be said of outside the Enclave after the Surge?
Maybe. But there's something about being trapped inside this crisis bubble and still choosing to bring someone else into it with you. Doesn't it seem almost selfish? You know what? No, I wasn't there. I shouldn't judge the Hearthsiders.
Maybe it's comforting. Yeah. No matter what, birth comes with the spring. I think if someone really wants to have kids, they just make it work, regardless of the circumstances.
I suppose. I just wonder if that's really what's best for a child.
I guess I've always been of the mindset that there's no perfect time to have kids. At some point, you just need to dive into it, if it's what you want.
Maybe. I'm not really one for diving.
Bon, parfait. Tout ce qu'il me faut.
Now that we have a pattern tracer, it's time to head to Cassidy's hold.
The discoveries we can glean from your findings are incredible, Bryn. This schematic is much more complicated than the previous one, though. And I'm starting to realize why Tarmakind is a lost art.
What do you mean?
Xavier used a traditional forge because he needed to reach much higher temperatures to work the signature Tarmakind vents. Unfortunately, my forge is built for transport. It's unable to sustain those
Ah, je
higher
connais une place qui a
temperatures.
de la lave.
Could we improve it?
Dom had that idea of a set of enchanted hammers. They, combined with the forge, might be enough heat.
He'll be glad to hear it.
Could you maybe get him to enchant them on my behalf?
Why? I'm sure he'd be thrilled to help you.
I know. We're just not on the same page right now. I'd rather be further in my investigation before I speak to him. Besides, he mentioned he'd need some cinder linen for the enchantment, and I was thinking you could scavenge some for us.
All right. This is a little strange, but I guess I can talk to him for you.
Thanks.
You're seriously telling me Carnhaven is now completely independent from Sansa? Remember my missing runner you found in the upper city?
One of the siblings with the hidden cache. I do.
Yes. One of my group heads got a little paranoid. He's since been dealt with. Anyway, I have a conundrum. We recovered the body. Thank you for that, but
I noticed there's no dead anywhere in the Enclave.
there were. Tens of thousands right after the Surge, and another wave after the Surgeborn attacks before Asylum. We found everyone we could and gave them rights. Took years. Anyway, the problem now is I have a dead runner who broke all kinds of rules, and I'm not entirely sure how to handle it. The group heads need to know this happened. That's a given. But do I tell all the scouts? They could learn something from it.
If I were you, I'd get in front of this. Word's going to get around eventually, if it hasn't already. Face it head on. Be honest. People will be concerned at first, but in the long run, they'll appreciate the transparency.
Right. Let them hear it from me and the whole story. Yes, there was a problem. Yes, it's been dealt with. Might upset a few, but in the end, it will build trust. Appreciate the advice, Bryn. Always good to get another perspective on these things. I just wish the siblings had talked to me before they felt they had to sneak around.
On n'a pas de line. Faut que je retourne là-bas.
Bryn, you okay?
Yeah. Why?
No, really. Are you doing all right? You can tell me, you know. Being point isn't always easy.
Aurea, I'm fine. What's going on? Are you okay?
I had no idea that the point training was so hard on Casmin. Sure, she seems stressed, but leaders should know what's going on with their team. I failed her.
There was no way you could have known what she was going through. She chose to keep it from all of us. But thankfully, we were able to show her it's okay to open up. And that matters more than anything that happened in the past.
I know you're right. It was just hard to see her suffer. And to know she was dealing with it alone for so long.
She's not alone anymore, though.
All the same, moving forward, I just want you to know you can talk to me. About anything. I'm here for you.
I know. Thank you.
Arc of Flaming Flame. C'est pas mal ça que je voulais. pas yeet. There you are. Ouais, mieux de même. Pas besoin de monter. Aïe. Ow. Occupe-toi pas de moi. Et sauter, ça a pas... Ça descend. Ça, c'est sa tête. Fesses, son dos, agripper. Continue à monter. On va monter sa tête. On va y arracher le bout. Bon, c'est ça qu'ils autres voulaient. Hein? Wow, ça saute ça? Je peux pas retourner à l'autre place?
A cave should not be this hot.
There are times I wish our forebears had cut a few corners. But no, everything still works decades later.
Ce que je sais, c'est qu'il manque un plan. Ici. Je vais monter.
Just works wrong.
Y a quelque chose à faire ici? Institute. Aller la nuit. Espère upper. c'est quoi là? Probablement pas la nuit. Droite. Wouh! Pas tant de bonne idée. J'étais en vie? Surprenant. Bon, tu peux descendre. Non. Je vais répéter ça.
Resonant Fields is where the Enclave farmed much of its coal.
On va descendre là. Stock. là-dessus, ça. Bon, moi, ce qui m'intéresse... Allô? C'est cette affaire-là. Ah, j'ai tout ce qu'il faut. On va retourner au campement.
Hey, Dom. Sola was wondering if you could enchant a set of hammers after all. She's finally ready to use them.
Of course, but why isn't she asking me to do it herself?
She's been a bit busy with the Tarmakine stuff she's working on.
Right. I'm happy to enchant the hammers. I'll need cinder linen to do it, though. Do you have any on you?
As a matter of fact, I do. Here.
Perfect. I've still got some of the byproduct from your Drake harvest as well. I'll enchant them right away. Do you think I should be the one to bring them to Sola? Or would she prefer that you do it?
Why don't you bring them? This Tarmakine project is really important to her, and I think it would mean a lot if you helped out.
You're right. She's the love of my life, after all. I'm happy to help. But maybe you could join me? After all, you're the one she's been entrusting the details of her work to. Maybe she'd rather you be there.
I could come, if you really think that's best, but
Wait, encore pantoute.
it kind of seems like the two of you should...
Great, it's settled. We'll both go.
Yeah. Okay.
Moi, ça m'intéressait. C'est dommage, j'aurais voulu que ce soit la même couleur que tout. Bon, puis je le ferai éventuellement. Ouais, ça je pourrais. Est-ce que je veux du fashion ou de l'efficacité? Faites mon choix.
This isn't working. The forge isn't hot enough.
I've stoked the forge before.
No, this work is somewhat more precise. It's not all bad news. I can forge a set of Tarmakine arms now. I'll give you the design. but the remaining pieces are too large to make without reaching the temperatures that Xavier was able to at his forge.
Solar, it's all right. We can figure this out. Maybe we need something stronger than cinder linen to augment the hammers.
No, enchanting isn't the solution. Sev and I need to head into Denevron to get Xavier's forge. It's built for this.
And it's exceptionally heavy. You and Sev are strong, but do you really think you'll be able to get it back here?
We have to try.
My love, I know this is important to you, but do you think Xavier's forge is a long-term solution? The caravan won't be able to carry it. You'll need to leave it behind when we start traveling again.
I don't want to keep traveling. I want to settle down. I want to stay in one place. I want a home.
But we're weavers. Our home is the open road. Traveling is what we do.
It doesn't have to be.
Staying in one place, it's not the life we decided on for ourselves.
It's not the life I thought I could have. But here, in the Enclave, it's possible. We could be weavers and stay. You could enchant, I could teach smithing. I could unravel the Tarmakind techniques and pass them on to a new generation.
You've clearly spent a great deal of time thinking this through. Without me. It's not what I planned for myself, though. Or even a life I want, for that matter.
But we're married. If we don't want the same life, where does that leave us?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's awkward.
I might be overstepping, but you both should take a beat. This is escalating fast. Everyone can see how much you love one another. You'll work this out if you come back to the conversation fresh.
Prince right. I need some space. Maybe it's best if we take some time apart.
Wait, I didn't mean...
Fine.
Sola, are you...
I don't even know what just happened. I can't believe he just... left.
He was caught off guard. It will be okay, I promise.
I don't know anymore.
Ouais. T'as pas dit que t'as des nouveaux gars? Ça c'est la version Heat.
How you doing, Sola? That discussion with Dom was a little rough.
I'm frustrated and hurt. I feel like I don't ask for much, and when I finally do, he acts mystified.
He absolutely could have handled that better. But I think he was genuinely caught off guard.
How is that possible? I feel like I've been trying to tell him for ages. Or hint at it, at least.
Maybe that was the first time he really understood, though.
Maybe. I just need some time. And space.
I don't know if space is the best.
I can't have that conversation again right now. Especially if you won't consider... Never mind.
Ce n'est pas awkward. d'apprécier mon armure.
Arakim mentioned you wanted to compare a mantle with Matteo Agretius?
We'd like to see if he might be my father.
All right. I've set his mantle aside for you. I'll need yours too, and the pattern tracer to perform the test.
You all right?
A little nervous.
I have to say, your mantle is spectacular. Matteo's easily pales in comparison.
Oh, thank you. And, is he my father?
No, I'm sorry. It's not a match.
Oh, I see.
Hey, we'll keep looking. Maybe now it's time to talk to Lane?
You're right. We should consult with them. I just thought... silly. I'll see you back at camp.
Il faut que j'aille au upper. Ça c'est correct. Spire.
Ah, my old nemesis. Paperwork. Mom would be so proud.
Same.
Registries. Ah! How are things, Lane?
Sev isn't here for the moment. You're clear.
I'll be quick. The symbol is registered to imports brought in by the Norian Order. Also, I have the location of a worksite in the Institute.
Good to check it out then. If they were working in the secret areas of the Enclave, they must have had political pull and trust.
On it.
Oh, fait que j'ai 2 missions à l'Institut. Un autre au Argon's Earth. Je sais pas trop ce qu'il voulait que j'aille.
The spindle just arrived. She's here to guide your expedition on the Scry.
Please, call me Isla. I'll direct you to the Archon parts we need.
Hard to believe you actually came. Worried you'll get caught sneaking out?
Please. It's hardly my first time out of the hold.
Ah, you're gutsier than you let on.
Carapace Chamber. Juste là.
We'll need a few otoliths, stones that allow the arcs to sense the environment around them. On a functioning arc, you'll see them placed in paired sockets.
For the arc I hold?
Well, in appearance, otoliths certainly look like an ark's equivalent to our eyes, but they're also used for balance and sound perception. So, functionally, otoliths act as both eyes and ears.
Je vais pas nécessairement me battre contre toi.
The carapace chamber must be where each arc is fitted for its plating.
Bon, ben, hein. T'es là. Et hop, t'as pas l'air de vouloir me laisser partir. Oh, j'ai plus de heal. Oh boy. Comment ça passer? Parti? Non, 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 non. Ouh! Attends dans mes priorités, oui. Très bien. Okay.
Got the eyes and ears. Otoliths. You know what I mean.
Emergency Gate, Arcane Foundry. Resonance Field, doit être en haut. Mais là, j'ai un compte à régler.
On the shelves, you should find a tome titled An Enchanter's Guide to Governing Schemes.
Could I?
I mean, from what I've heard, it's a dry read. Just a basic introduction to enchanting the arts of governing schemer.
Try. Who in their right mind could possibly find that try? Just about anyone.
Bon. Ouais, c'est fun tout le monde. Arcane Laundry. Fonderie. Laundry, ouais. C'est quelque chose. Ouais, ouais.
Nope.
Nope.
One look on something schemers, as requested.
Voyons.
Les équipes.
J'arrivais pas à toucher.
Hmm.
On a.
Up ahead, you'll find a stockpile of a thin material used for insulating magic. We call it...
Carapace.
Oh, you're familiar with it?
We used it to repair the magic leaking from the loom gate in the outskirts.
Ah, that's genius.
Would have been easier to collect it this way the first time around.
Résidence Fields, c'est en haut. Il vient de se suicider. Certain. On avait d'autres.
I'll need you to collect a few pieces for me. That's everything we need. Oh, this will do wonders for my research. If only there was an ark I could try to repair, but alas.
We've got one here in the campsite. It's the one we followed through the veil.
What? Could you... Would you...
Need help carrying it to Cassidy's hole?
Thank you.
I'll meet you there with the parts.
Nope. Un pitcher dans le vide.
I was really hoping we'd find my father among the statues, but it's time to expand the search. You were right, Lane.
I often am.
Let's build a census of male Oberon in the Enclave within a limited time frame that makes sense for your birth. Knowing your father had to have been here when the veil went up narrows our search significantly.
Time to chase a paper trail. Between the two of us, we'll find your father.
Yes.
Hey, listen.
Hmm? What is it?
Statue or no statue, I'm sure your dad was every bit the hero that your mom said he was.
Our archival work might not be the most glamorous way to chase down a lost relative, but it is effective.
You're right.
Bien.
Ah, Bryn. Hello. Yes. Yes. Hello. That's right. That's the correct thing to say, isn't it? Is it?
Breathe, Dom.
Yes. Yes, of course. I just am not feeling myself.
Solar?
Yes. Yes, Flames, yes. I'm sorry. I just don't know what happened there.
I think maybe you two have some things to talk through. After a little time to cool.
I had no idea she wants to stop traveling.
We all have to slow down sometime. We can't be on the road our whole life.
Well, yes, she had, I suppose, brought it up once or twice, but I assumed she meant later. Like our dotage.
At least it's out there now. Take a bit. Think about what she said, what she might want, and what you want. There's a way to make it work.
I shall. Yes, because I would very much like it to, as you say, work.
Pauvre dame. Je retourne partout. Oh, parfait. Donc, ça va compléter la session pour aujourd'hui, le live aussi. Je vais prochainement, je vais continuer de jouer au jeu, m'avancer et puis le terminer. On devrait pas être rendu. On devrait s'approcher de plus en plus de la fin, j'imagine. Sûr que je fais toutes les quêtes qui sont disponibles. Pour ce qui est de la suite des choses, un nouveau jeu qui est sorti, c'est Avowed. Avowed. J'essaie de le dire comme il faut, mais je sais pas. Je sais pas comment le dire. Bref, c'est un jeu à la première personne, magie aussi. Je pense que ça avait été fait par les mêmes personnes qui font The Other World. Donc c'est un jeu qui m'intéresse. Ça va être le prochain jeu qui va être streamé. Donc je vous remercie et à la prochaine. Ciao!